Friends, in the previous class we have seen about the geographical indications. In today's class, we'll be studying about copyrights, its meaning, scope, what is the importance of knowing the copyright acts. First, we'll see what is the meaning of copyrights. Today's class, we'll be looking at the meaning of copyright, the definition, benefits of protecting copyright, works covered under copyright, which are those works can be included under the copyright protection law. How to enforce the copyright. When I say enforcement, how to implement the copyrights. Suppose it is misused by someone else. The duration of copyright, how copyrights are regulated throughout the world, how people are able to regulate the copyright. These are the issues we'll discuss in today's class. Right. Now we'll go for the definition of copyright. What is copyright? Copyright is the body of law which grants the authors, artists, and other creators protection for their literary and artistic creations, which are generally referred to as works. So there are some words, just look at these words. Copyright is the body of the law. There is a separate law that is called copyright law. What it does, it grants the authors, artists, and other creators protection for their literary and artistic creations. That means their so-called work, which can be protected by the law, is referring to the artist, authors, and any kind of creative work. When we normally refer to copyright, it means only the novel writers, the writers. No, there are related areas as well. That is referred as related rights, which is a part of copyright, which provides rights similar or identical to those of copyright, although sometimes more limited and of shorter duration. The other related areas which are protected under the copyright or related rights are similar to the written work, but slightly different. We'll see the examples a little later. I hope it's clear to you. Therefore, there is a provision in the law, that is copyright law, where writers' interests are protected. The beneficiaries of related rights. What are those areas which are covered under related rights? See, this is the area of artists, performers, actors, musicians, and their performance. So when I say actor, he as such, he doesn't have any copyright. He's a person, but his performance can be protected under copyright. Musician, his musical work can be protected under copyright. Now, producers of sound recording, people who do work on sound, they not only produce the sound, but also they record the sound in the form of cassettes, cassette recordings. Nowadays, you don't see them. Instead of that, you have compact disc and other type of recordings. Any artist, any performer, once he do the recording of his work, can be protected under the copyright law. Now, not only that, the broadcasting organizations, that is the radio stations, what they do, they request the artist to come and perform art and they broadcast it. Not only that, they get the right to broadcast it for some years as per the law's provisions. Therefore, again, one item is broadcasted by one station, radio station. It cannot be broadcasted by other stations without the consent of that particular station. So this is the importance of the copyright protection under related rights. Okay. Now, which are the works covered by copyright? I mentioned you. I'll mention it later. Therefore, now we'll look at the items covered under the copyright law. Say you look at any area like novels, poems, plays, reference works, newspapers, computer programs, databases, films, musical compositions, choreography, paintings, drawings, photographs, sculptures, architecture, advertisement, maps, and technical drawings. Say, if anybody is interested to protect his work, which comes under these many categories. If you see the list of several items, all of them can be protected. Anybody writes something like novel, poem, play, reference books, that is protected. Computer programs are protected. Databases are protected. Musical compositions, films, dance choreographies, paintings, drawings are all protected. Now, when I say photographs, for example, two photographers stay at one place, they cover the same event simultaneously. When I say they cover the same event, they take the picture of one particular event simultaneously, but independently. In such cases, both are given the copyrights. Both are given the copyrights because these are simultaneous events taken by two different photographers. Therefore, both will get the copyright. Sculptures. So now remember, sculptures are so important. That's created by artistic artist. All people cannot do that sculptures. Their sculpture has to be protected under copyright. Architecture, engineers will design the new buildings that can be protected. Then advertisements. So you have seen with some of the popular advertisements. Someone else cannot copy it if it is protected under the copyright. Maps and technical drawings. All those things are important because it is the creative work of an individual or a group of people. Copyrights protects all of them. Okay. What rights do copyright and related rights provide? What are the things they do? Why copyright is important for a creator or is next successor? Writers or any person, the one who has the right, the copyright, is called a rights holder. It may be artistic himself or his legal heir or his successor. All these people are called right holders. They have the exclusive right to protect their property. Writer himself can do it, his legal heirs can do, or any successor has got every right to use that property. There are certain basic rights which provide the right to the right holder. Therefore, what they do with that right? They can use them. They can authorize them to someone else based on certain agreements. Now, when we say they can use them, what do you do? What I am talking about? The film producer, he will produces the film, gives it to the distributors, earns money. A book is written, a novel is written. Multiple copies of that novel can be written or printed, and the person can get the financial benefit from that. Therefore, copyright is very unique intellectual property, right? I tell you why it is so unique. So right holders also can prohibit or authorize the other person. Which are those areas? He can prohibit or authorize to do that work. It's reproduction, making multiple copies of the same. So books, for example, 1,000 copies are sold. Again, you make 1,000 copies. That's called reproduction. Or broadcasting it several times. When you say reproduction, several examples you can see. Say printing and sound recording. You can print it again. You can record it. Communication to public or public performance. Once someone has got some created art that cannot be publicly performed by someone else. Broadcasting, I told you. Its translation into other languages. The original work cannot be translated to other languages without the consent of the right holder. You cannot adapt it, such as a novel, into a screenplay or film. The famous films are all based on the novels. Therefore, someone cannot make a film from a novel without the written permission from the right holder, the copyright holder. So, therefore, it gives you very huge amount of possibilities to protect your item in terms of copyright law. Therefore, one example I am trying to give you. Say someone plays some music in a restaurant, but that music is so popular and the person, restaurant holder, did not get the permission to play that music in the restaurant. Then that restaurant holder is in trouble. Suppose the company, music company, comes to know that their music is played, because restaurant holder makes money from the visit of the people. It is misused by him. That is the advantage of the copyright. Anybody cannot use the item or the created art without the permission of the original right holder. Now you see here, suppose you have some art with you, whether it's a novel, whether it's a film, it doesn't give you any money unless it is distributed in the masses. It has to go to the masses, to the people. Then you will get the financial benefit from that. Revenue you get. It has to communicate it to the people. For example, you have a novel, you have to make it multiple copies and people have to purchase it. Then they will, the right holder will get the money. Therefore, remember, any artist to get the financial benefit, what he has to do? He has to investment. Financial investment is required, so that successful dissemination of the work will take place. It will be distributed to the people. That's what it does. Any artist as such cannot make a film. He may not have financial support. What he does? He gives it to the one who is capable of making a film. Therefore, he gives it to publications. The publication people have the money. They will make multiple copies, reprint it. Sound recording, studios, films. Making film is not a joke. It requires huge investment. Therefore, such companies will get the access from the right holder. And as a compensation, the right holder will get the payments and royalties. Right? If the film is very successful film, proportionally, the original novelist will get the benefit from that. So artist is paid, but if the film runs very successfully, there's always scope that artist will get better remuneration, better payment. Therefore, normally any right holder will give the rights or transfer the rights to someone else. That is normally observed in every artistic field. Okay. Now, what is the duration? How much time the right is protected? Again, WIPO, WIPO, with a lot of consultation with the member nations, decided to have the artist will get not less than 50 years after the creator's death. Someone creates some intellectual property, it will go after his death also, at least for 50 years. Now you may ask, after death, who will be looking at it? His legal heir will be there, his son may be there, company, his successors will be there, or someone else may be there, right? Someone else may be there who can take care of his property. Therefore, after the death of the creator also, for next 50 years, he can make use of the benefit of the copyright. Some nations also will give longer terms of benefits. Protection can be extended more than 50 years also. That depends on some countries. Now, creator as well as his legal heirs and successors will get the benefit, financial benefit for a reasonable period of time. That means I told you, 50 years of time after the death of the creator. That means it is sufficient time so that the followers, the successors will get sufficient financial benefit. Say, even any artist dies, 50 years after the performance, recording or broadcasting can be done. But what you have to do? The benefits, financial benefit, partially should go to the legal heir. If someone dies, doesn't mean that the performance is lost, because it is available in the form of recorded item. So the legal heirs will get the financial benefit. Now, one more important item in terms of moral right. What do you mean by moral right? The creator writes something from his mind and give it to someone else. But the one who deals with that art, whether story maybe or any art, he may misinterpret the ideas in such cases, or he may divert the idea of the original creator. In such cases, the copyright law prevents him doing so. Therefore, the creator's interest or his wish cannot be diverted by anybody else. That is example of a book. Think of a sculpture. Someone creates a sculpture of a person. If you go to National Institute, you see the cultures of various scientists. See, the once sculpture is made and kept at one place, then it is the responsibility of that institution to see that sculpture is not damaged. If sculpture is damaged, or it is misplaced, or it is diverted from the actual place without the knowledge of the original creator, then he can always question. Therefore, the legal rights of the creator will remain for, I told you, extension of 50 years after his death also. Therefore, moral rights has to be protected by the law. That is the advantage of having the copyright. Now, how to enforce the copyright? That is the next question. How do you enforce the copyright? Now, question is, who has to enforce? Who is the losing party? The creator, the one who is having the right holder. Therefore, there are various ways the copyright laws are enforced. Instituting civil actions. A person can sue you on the court of law as a civil case. Instituting civil actions. Civil court can deal with this act. Pursuing administrative remedies. What do you mean administrative remedies? Suppose you are doing a cinema film from one particular novel, then you can go to the court, administrators, see that filmmaking is stopped. That is administrative remedies. Criminal prosecutions. See, the copyright allows the person to sue one other person as criminal proceedings, under criminal proceedings. That is criminal prosecutions. Why criminal prosecutions? Because suppose you violate the morality, it's a criminal case. Suppose you do not pay the remuneration, it becomes a criminal case. And the court gives injunctions as well. I told you, the act can be immediately stopped through the court injunction. Court can give an order requiring destruction of infringing items. Suppose you already made something without the original creator's knowledge. Court will tell to destroy those items which infringe the copyright law. Moreover, even court can issue an inspection order. Suppose the creator has got a doubt that his creativity is diverted or misused by someone else, there is always scope for inspection. Therefore, the amount of advantages what you have by enforcing these laws are huge. Therefore, copyright is a huge asset for a creator. Now, what are the benefits in protecting copyrights and related rights? I told you, other than the creator's financial benefit, what else important? Copyrights are protected. It is a option, an opportunity for fostering human creativity and innovation. Suppose someone thinks that his copyrights are protected, you get the financial benefit and lot of good name and fame. It will create some more human creativity, fostering the human creativity and innovation. It's very important. Any creator will think if it is respected, you get all laurels, then you go for new creation. You know, no, Gyanpith Award is given for the writers. It is a huge identity for a creator. Like that. It gives authors, artists, and creators incentives. I told you, financial benefit, incentives the authors or actors will get because of the copyright. Yes. Yeah. Through recognition and fair economic rewards, you get the fair economic rewards. I told you the financial benefit you'll get. Through enforceability of rights, enterprises and companies can more easily invest in the creation. Therefore, if the copyrights are protected, then immediate investors will come to you asking for the copyrights to develop. Why to develop? He can invest, he can see that work is distributed all over the world, global dissemination of work. See any film you think of, you know the famous film Bahubali, how famous became all over the world, it is disseminated. That means it is a huge financial benefit as well as identity to the creator. It will increase the access to and enhances the enjoyment of culture, knowledge, entertainment all over the world, as well as stimulating economic and social development. You have seen one film, one cinema will have global impact because your culture is distributed all over the world. It's told to all people. It will give the enjoyment to the masses. It will give the new knowledge. It's an entertainment, right? Why people read novel, get the knowledge, entertainment, creative ideas they get. Therefore, economically and socially, it is so important so that copyrighted items are disseminated entire the globe. Therefore, say unless someone invests on the copyright, as I told you, copyrighted item, the original poets will be normally poor. The creator of the art will be a poor person. Unless he transfer the rights to someone who can invest, it cannot reach the global people. Therefore, if someone want to invest, then he should have the guarantee that it is a copyrighted item. These are the importance when you look at the copyrights. Now, what is the law which protects you? We have in India the Copyright Act 1957. Of course, it is amended many times, but this is the copyright law which will take care of the copyrights of the creator. Now, at the global level, today's world is so fast moving. Any data can be shared at any level, anybody. Therefore, the WIPO has copyright treaty. they have international agreement, the copyright treaty. Similarly, WIPO has performance and phonogram treaty. Performance talking about the artist, art, actors. Phonogram talking about the sound, music. Internationally, people agreed to have common copyright treaty as well as performance and phonogram treaty. Now, these are called internet treaties. Why internet treaty? Through the internet, you can reach to any part of the world. These internet treaties have clarified international norms aimed at preventing unauthorized access to and use of creative works on the internet. Therefore, you cannot bypass the laws, or copyrights are not violated with the help of these laws. Okay. How are copyright and related to copyrights and regulated? How they are regulated? The advantage of copyright is not like a patent, not like a trademark or service mark. There is no need for the registration. Very, very important. Say, any artist, he need not go and register. He give a copy to the registration office. Not required. Suppose he has the original document, that is sufficient. That's the advantage of copyright. But that document he should have the original copy. But what nations did, they have an optional registration and deposit of work. They give an opportunity for the creator of the work to optionally register and deposit the work. What is the advantage of this? Suppose there is tomorrow some legal issues, some disputes between someone else and the creator about the ownership. At that time, this deposition will help. Without deposition also, he can live happily, but deposition helps in these terms. If there is a legal issue, there is a legal battle between two people about the ownership between the creator and someone else, then this details will help to solve that issue. Similarly, it talks about the financial transactions, sales, assignments, and transfer of rights. If you register it, then the government or the registered body, the registering body, has got information about what are the kind of transactions took place, who took the rights from whom, for how much it is sold, it is assigned to whom, how the rights are transferred from one generation to next generation can be known if you do the registration. Therefore, there's no need to register. If you register intentionally or optionally, it's better, because if there is an issue at that time for them, the government point of view, it is easy for them to do the right job. Okay. Now one important thing in copyright is, see, authors or performance, they do not have the ability, the means to pursue the legal and administrative enforcement of the copyright related rights. What is the meaning of that? I told you. Normally, the authors or performance are not aware, or they do not have the sufficient financial ability to go to the court and see that whether it is violated, copyrights are violated. They cannot go to the legal or administrative enforcement authorities. Then what we do? What can be done? Different nations, what they did is, they have establishment of enhancement of collective management organizations. Most of the nations, they have established an enhancement of collective management organization. That is called a society. That means a group of people come together, they come and see that how such cases can be dealt with. What they do, these societies can provide for their members the benefits of the organization, administrative and legal expertise and efficiency in, for example, collecting, managing, and distributing royalties gained from the national and international use of the members' work or performance. Therefore, if it is internationally or nationally, some royalties gained by the people's work, then that can be given to those respective people. Therefore, internationally, the respective society means it's a group of people, administrative office, which is done. I think I talked about the copyrights, its advantages and importance. We'll see things in the next class.